So this is my table. There's coins for videos as well as to sell. So in today's video, I've got a new package and we had some Vietnamese banknotes. So Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia are three of my favorite countries to collect. And a lot of South Vietnamese. So the first one is South Vietnamese. Nan Hang, so the National Bank of Vietnam. Vietnam, so Viet, South Viet. And these were issued in, what date was it? Between 1955 and 1962. So we pull them out. And the banknotes that we have are, so the first one is 1 dong. So this banknote was replaced by a coin in 1960. And this seems to be the issue issued by, the American Banknote Company. United States, that's why it's only a singular colour. The United States had a problem with printing banknotes just like they do now in multiple colours with watermarks and security threads. That seems to be beyond the American technology. So here we have a paddy field with rice paddy. That's quite nice. So this one in this condition is probably, $10 to $20. It's a harder note to get. Then we have the 2 dong. So this is the only 2 dong banknote that they did issue. This was never translated into a coin. And it would have went out in circulation in the mid-1960s because they issued a 1 and 5 dong banknote, coin by 1966. So this one has a traditional boat. And it has a hut, probably on the Mekong River. So that's the largest river. And obviously, Haidong. And that's quite a nice banknote. So it's also probably about $10 there. Okay, then we have the 5 dong. So this was also issued in 1955. Has a probably a rice paddy as well for buffalo and a guy ploughing. So that's quite a nice banknote. And you see that how the light reflects. So these are in banknote covers. So this one's probably also about probably $20 to $30 because it's pretty uncirculated. Quite nice. And here's another image of a house along a riverbank. So during this time period, there were 2 different series of banknotes in circulation. There was a larger series which followed the size and the color of the previous Indochinese piastre, and these ones are a bit different. They're a lot smaller, and the color, so the 5 dong of the other series is green, so this one is red, and the other series doesn't have a 2 dong. Okay, in the other series, the 10 dong is green, and it's also red, and this one is red as well. So you can probably get confused with these 2 banknotes because you can see the colors. This is like a darker red, and this is more of a lighter shade. So if you were illiterate, you'd have to go on the design as well as the actual size and the 5. So this one has 2 people with wheat. So this is quite nice. These ones sell for about $10 to $20 in this condition. And it has... so this is supposed to be the gate to the tomb of Le Van Doyet. And he was a pretty significant figure in Vietnamese history. And he was on the 100 dong issued in 1966. So you can look up an image of that guy. Yep. And then the last one that we have, not the last one, but this is one of the more valuable ones. In this condition, probably paying about $20 to $30. It's a harder denomination to get. The 20 and also the 50 dong. They seem to be the hardest of this series to get. And this one was also issued in 1962, so it just has the ox cart. And on the back we have, looks like it's a bit hard to tell on that banknote. But it looks like the woman's threshing grains. So that's what she's doing, trying to get the wheat off. So this one I don't have, so this is going into collection. And I do have the 50 dong, but I'm not going to show it now. And then we have the 100 dongs. This has a tractor. So these ones you can get in, so this is 2-letter prefix, you can get in single letter prefix. And in this condition, probably $20 to $30. And on the back, we have a phoenix. So that's quite a nice banknote to actually get. Okay, so that is South Vietnamese banknotes. Are pretty expensive. These days they are. Because a lot of people from Vietnam actually purchase these as their income increases. So the next series we get is the Liberation series. So these are banknotes issued in 1975 after the fall of South Vietnam on the 30th of April. And the exchange rate was, so here's a previous series, 20 dong. The exchange rate was 1 dong. Okay, so 1 new dong equaled 20 dong. So that's the exchange rate in 1975. And the value of the South Vietnamese dong in 1975 is 500 dong equals $1. So that means, so 10 dong of the Liberation series equaled 200 dong. And, maths is not my good joint. So pretty much 100 dong equals 5 of the new dong. 1000 equals 50 of the Liberation dong. So that's this one here. And this one's a very expensive banknote to get. So we'll go from the smallest denomination. And once again, what you can see is, although it's not variation in colour, most of the colour is just in the overprint of the banknote. There is a variation in the actual size of the banknotes. Okay, so with these ones, Gil Bak Ngang Han Vietnam, so Bank of Vietnam. So these are all dated 1966, and they all have images of agricultural liberation or something like that. So the 10 su, so this is like 1/10 of a dong, or equivalent to 10 cents in some other countries. We have a port scene with people probably transporting goods probably across the Mekong River. On the front of the banknote, we have the serial number, and here we have rice harvesting. Yeah, so this one's only probably about $4 or $5. Then we have the 22, and they did issue a 1, 2, and 5 su coin. And this one has they're herding cows. And on the front of the coin, we just have a truck. So they're probably, that's probably rubber, because it's tall trees. Obviously, it's not citrus. So they're probably harvesting rubber there, rubber plantation. And these ones are supposedly printed in China. Okay, then we have the 52, quite a nice banknote. Oh, sorry, these ones are about $5 to $10. This one's also $5 to $10. And it has weaving on this side, and on that side we have harvesting, probably sugarcane, looks like it. And the watermark, yeah, these should have a watermark on them, but a lot of them are a bit hard to tell. So if we hold it up to light, you can see these probably don't have watermarks. So let's get into the dong series. So that's the 10, 20, and 52. The most common one you're going to get is the 1 dong. So this is a low value. In this condition, probably worth about $1. In uncirculated, probably $10. And we have a river scene. And on this side, we have them harvesting. It looks like rice. So that's the cheapest of the series that you're going to get in value. from here on, the banknotes that we're going to have a look, they get a bit more expensive. So the 2 dongs, so this is a harder one to get. In this condition, probably $20 to $30. It's just, I don't think it was a popular banknote by the people, hence it's a bit harder to get. And we have obviously a bridge and houseboats underneath. So not too sure where that bridge is. On this side we have the Viet Cong. So we have the Viet Cong flag. So that if we look at the flag, the top of it's blue, the bottom of it's red, and it has a yellow star. So it's a bit different than the Vietnamese flag now, which is just red with a yellow star. So that's to differentiate. Okay, this camera's pretty crap. Don't get a Galaxy, don't get a Samsung S20. They're pretty bad. Okay, so that's that one. Then we have the 5 dong. So this is quite a nice banknote. This one's in pretty good condition, probably $30 to $40 for this banknote. So they get a bit expensive. And we have a South Vietnamese soldiers over a downed US helicopter there holding their flag. And there's a Chinook in the background. There's a Huey. Can't remember what that one is. And they're all celebrating with their small arms. Obviously, they couldn't have brought down too many aircraft with those type of weapons. But anyway, they can try. And on the back, we have cotton. So they weave in cotton. That's quite a nice banknote. And that is... No, it's 2 serial numbers on it. So obviously this one gets a bit more expensive. Then we have the 10 dong. Yeah, probably about $20 to $30 for this banknote. And here we have South Vietnamese celebrating the Viet Cong takeover of the actual country. And obviously 1966, that was 9 years before South Vietnam fell. And here we have a train in the countryside. Oh, this one has something to do with Ho Chi Minh. And then we have 3 girls, so it's quite a nice banknote as well. And this one is a little bit harder to get. So the hardest one to get is this, the 50 dong. So it's quite big. And I see most of them are in this condition. So obviously a high value banknote that not many were kept, especially considering these were used only from 1975 to 78. Obviously at that time period, Vietnam was cut off. People were poor, so a high value banknote was definitely not kept, hence its scarcity. So you have a harvester harvesting wheat, and on this side we have manufacturing. So it looks like probably a machine to grind stuff on. I can't remember what you call them. So anyway, that is very expensive. This one, in this condition, you're probably talking about $40 to $50. It's not the greatest, but it's better than the one I got. So this is going to replace the banknote that I do have in this denomination. Because that one's even in worse condition. That cost me like $30 or $40, something like that, 10 years ago. Anyway, so that is the banknotes of South Vietnam. So we have the Liberation series, and we have the series issued under the South Vietnamese government. Anyway, I hope this helps you with your banknotes. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.